Well, hey there. How you doing? Dave Fennoy here. Another Wednesday, and here we are. Another Ask Dave Fennoy Anything, because it is 6 p.m. Pacific on Facebook Live. Hope everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I had lots of friends and family over, and we ate very well, if I do say so myself. Had the usual turkey and stuffing or dressing. We had an argument about is it dressing or is it stuffing, and I'm not going to take a poll, but if you want to weigh in on that, you can. And anyway, it's just you and I today. Please pop in and say hi. Let me know you're there. It revs me up, gets me going, lets me know that, hey, everything's going to be okay. A couple of things, the world keeps on changing, and we have had QR codes for a while, and we have had business cards for years and years and years and years and years and years. And I finally have made the switch to a new business card. And when I say card, I do mean card. There's just one of them that I keep here in my pocket, and there it is. It just says Dave Fennoy, voice actor and educator. And on the back, it has a QR code, and I can just tap it on a phone, and the person will get all my information. And one of the things I like about this, now, the card I have is a particular company, OVOU. And it's one of the more expensive of them. None of them are that expensive. But it gives you like a little website. When somebody taps that QR code, they get all your information, what you want to say about yourself, a picture you want to use, the phone number, the email address, links to your social media. And I just think it was a wonderful thing. I'm not selling them to anybody, but I know we have a lot of conventions and whatnot coming up. We're going to talk about that's voiceover and the SOVAs in just a moment. But you go to these conventions and people hand you cards, or you hand your card, and the thing you're doing is, I got to type all this information in, or you take a picture, and this just makes it so easy. And I think it's where the world is going. So I'm going to suggest, if not this brand, some other brand of card, so that it makes it really easy for you to connect. And speaking of that, I've got a QR code now. So you can connect with me. All you got to do is hold your phone camera up to that, and you can get the information about me, phone numbers, email addresses, links, and so forth. I'll leave that up for just a little bit, so you can get it. And while we're doing that, let me say hello to some people. Let's see. Nevin Stoltz, hey Dave. Well, how are you, Nevin? Sarah Greenberg, hello from Chicago, the Windy City. And I would complain about Chicago being cold, but it's kind of cold around here right now in Cali. Rich Hoff Jr. And let's see, can we see that? We can see that. I'm ashamed to say I have no idea how to use a QR code. Now, come on, Rich. You're in that demographic. All you have to do is hold your camera up to it. Your phone will read, there's a little website there. Just tap on this and we'll go to the website. And that's what it does. Jeremy Adams, hey you Dave, hey you Jeremy. That's a beauty. Well, thank you. I think you're talking about the card, not necessarily the QR code. Michael Glover, hey Dave, good seeing you. Yes, I will make a switch to that card before I go to VO Atlanta. Coolness, absolutely. And I bring this up, one of the reasons, not just because I think it's really cool, but when we do go to all these places, I know me, I come home with a collection of cards. I can't remember who everybody is, what they wanted, why did I want to give them a call or get in touch with them. And usually what I tell people, look, if you want to get in touch with me, call me, email me, text me. Because I've gotten so many cards. I may not remember, but the person who wants to get in touch with the other person, the person who needs something from that other person, that's the person who needs to initiate that contact. All right, Craig Little. Hey, Dave, I was raised on a dressing dude. Yes, yeah. I always called it stuffing, but hey, I'm not. We can still be friends, even though you call it dressing. Dave Padilla. Oh man, my brother. Dave Padilla always got a way of figuring it out. For those of you who don't know who he is a member of the Radio Hall of Fame in San Francisco, and back in the day when I was a DJ working under the name of Billy David Ocean at KSOL 107.7 in San Francisco. Dave Padilla was the newsman I worked with in the mornings, and we became fast friends, have been fast friends ever since. It's been a little too long since I've seen you, Dave, so either I got to come up there and see you, or you got to come down here and see me. But love you, brother, and talk to you soon. All right, Assad Shams. Why are some of the studio etiquettes that are often overlooked by younger voice actors? You know what? I think that's a great question. What I'd like you to do is come back with what you think some of those etiquettes are that they are overlooking, exactly what they are. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Bam, but a good question. QR code. Okay. I thought I was behind. No, QR code is, you're seeing them on television now. If somebody's advertising something, there's a QR code. One of the big complaints with people over, say, 35, 40, going to a restaurant, and this happened during the pandemic. You went to a restaurant and they won't hand you a menu. There's a little QR code on the table. And there's, oh no, scan it with your phone. I know my wife goes, no, I want a menu, please. Can I please have a menu? These are the kinds of things that as we get older, we're either going to opt out of for life, or we are going to keep running as fast as we can to keep from falling too far behind, because the world is going to change. Things are going to change. Technology is going to change things, and you can either get on board and go with it, or be left behind, because it is not going to wait for you. I'm an old... so I think that's what you meant. It's old, bro, LOL. Okay, yeah, I tried it. Prefer a hearty handshake. Well, it doesn't keep you from getting a handshake. But when somebody offers you their card, or you want to give your card, now you can just tap that phone and boom, there it is. Donabelle Pastrana Boone. Hi, Dave. First timer here. Love listening and learning from your videos. Well, thank you so much. I'm glad you found us. Well, let's jump in. We'll take one more. Oh, this is nice and long. Well, boy, that's getting in the way. Jeremy Adams. I am decidedly not good at physical networking due to anxiety in large crowds, etc. Trying at Get Your Game On last month. Could meet many in person. How do you butt in to say hello and introduce yourself to guest speakers without rudely interrupting others so awkwardly standing around like a goob? You know, it's... I am on the other side of that more often than not, but I have been on that side where I want to meet this person because they're so wonderful. And you kind of wait your turn. And often when I am standing there and talking to several people, I try to kind of assess when that conversation with this person has really reached its limit, or they've gotten what they need from me. I've answered their question, and now I can, hey, let me move over here and say hello to you, and turn to you and see what's on your mind. And just be a little more assertive, not the bully. I don't want to elbow people out of the way. But if you've been standing there for a while, step up and say, hi, I've been waiting I just wanted to say hello, or whatever it is. You can do that nicely. Don't have to be a jerk about it. And that will work. All right, a couple things I wanted to talk about here. Hey, NAVA, the National Association of Voice Actors. Official membership is open. And one of the big pluses is access to health care if you are a voice actor, not in the union or not making enough money in the union to afford SAG-AFTRA insurance. This could be another opportunity for you, as well as the training that is offered and the companionship, the camaraderie. This is a good thing to be a part of. And I was talking about that's Voiceover Career Expo. Said I was going to talk about that. So let's. This has been going on, as they say right there, since 2005. I remember when they put their first one on. I remember when they put on the first Sovas because I was the announcer for it. But Joan and Rudy have been just a part of this community, and as you look at the picture, no, that's Stephen Johnson there, not Rudy Gaskins. But Stephen is a social media sensation, and that's why he's there. And that will be part of that's Voiceover Career Expo 2022. I know it says get your tickets. I just wanted you to see it. It's coming up December 15th through 17th. Ordinarily, that's Voiceover was a one-day event. It has changed. It is now Saturday. It's now Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And then on Sunday, the Sovas Awards. And Joan and Rudy were the first to put together an award show to recognize voiceover talent. And it has grown. There were a lot of people when they started, well, who are you to put this on? Well, I'll tell you who they are. They're the people who put it on, and the people who continue to put it on, and people who have been just a boon to this business that we are in, who share so much information. Let's see, if I scroll up on my phone here, I think I had it here. Yeah. I'm going to be part of the Atomic VO coaching panel on Saturday, the 17th, as well as I'll be a moderator for trailers for movies and video games. And I'll be the moderator for narration for film and television. And I know a lot of people are saying, well, how come you're not the moderator for video games? Well, that is being taken over by PCB. They are producers and directors of video games, and I promise you, if that's what you're interested in, if you're going, it will be wonderful. There are so many other panels and ways to learn things. Whatever is new in voiceover, in the technology, it's going to be there. The sponsors are fantastic, so I highly, highly recommend that you go. And let's pop back to this page here for a second. I want to look at a couple more questions here that have popped up. Recently for Dota 2, the International 2022, they released Faceless Void's Arcana, who was voiced by you. That's true. And this time he had additional lines. It was so cool to hear you again. What was the experience like? I thought you were coming with the question about the newbies being rude. Or not having the right, not knowing how to act in the studio. It was great. It was great. I voiced the Faceless Void. Geez, it's more than 10 years ago. I play 6 characters in Dota 2. It was a session back when we still flew places to do things. They flew me up to Seattle. And I spent the several days there voicing these several characters. And it was a great experience. And then they brought me up. There was a Dota 2 contest, a competition. And the prize money was $1 million. This is when I really first began to understand how big the gaming industry was. They were giving $1 million away to a team of 5 who would win this weekend competition. It was set in one of the huge auditoriums there. There were like 2,500 people that could be in this room, and this huge stage where five players on one side, five players on the other, and a movie-sized screen for you to watch the play. And then they had guys in the middle who are watching the play, and they're doing the play-by-play like it's football. Oh, yeah, and the face was void. It was amazing. It was just amazing. And the prize then, and we're going back 10 years or so, was $1 million. Those prizes are much larger now. Also, don't be surprised if one day, before too long, you start seeing video games show up in the Olympics. I know in certain countries now, they are having video game challenges from city to city. So this city has a team, this city has a team, kind of like we have football, baseball, and basketball teams. Colleges are now fielding, giving away scholarships. Talk, Fennoy, that's what you do for a living. Giving away scholarships to field video game teams. It's quite amazing. And of course, it's an industry that pulled in, about $250 billion in the last year. It makes more money than movies and music combined. Let's see. Michael Glover. Hey, okay, I scanned it. Finally. Now I know what to push. And boom. Very cool and handy. Yes, I will get this. Thank you. And once again, I'm not selling you this because I'm making any money from OVU or any of the other. I just think it's the way the world is going and a good thing. Sometimes we have to get over the idea that the old way we used to do things is the way to do things. Let's see, Jeremy, sorry about that. Could have made it shorter, Dave. Oh, okay. I forgot what the question was. Terry Briscoe. It wouldn't be an Ask Dave Fennoy anything without Terry Briscoe. Hey, Dave and the ADFA fam. That's Ask Dave Fennoy anything. I got my digital business card thanks to Jim Frank, and it was very useful at Mavo earlier this month. And you don't have to carry a bunch of cards with you. And once you've bought that one card, that's it. You don't need a bunch of cards. You just don't need them. Now, you might lose that card, but you can always get another one. But you won't have to spend however many hundreds of dollars it is. Okay, coming back to Assad Shams, ha ha ha. Well, I'm a newbie myself, that's why. First thing that comes to mind, if I could be wrong, is possibly taking more time in the studio than needed, lingering around, taking too many takes. You think that is a newbie mistake? Well, you're not going to take too many takes if the director is in charge. I know sometimes myself, I want to do another take. Sometimes as an actor, we're very tough on ourselves, and you're going, well, I know I got a better take in me. Let me do that line one more time. But I have learned that if the director and the producer are happy with that line, stop worrying about each individual line, because you're going to do thousands and thousands and thousands of lines in a career. Don't get hung up on just one. Theo, hey Dave, good to see you back. Good to see you, man. We haven't talked in a while. I'll have to remedy that. And Rich Hoff one more time. As I said, Rich Hoff one more. What should I have going for me when visiting the conference with the goal to obtain work? Business cards, website, demo, all those things, business card, website, demo. But you have to understand what you're going for is something, I'm going to say it's intangible. You know, a lot of times we want to go someplace. I'm going to this conference. I want to get X amount of work out of this. I want to make more money because I go to this conference. It probably won't show up exactly like that. Sometimes the thing that you get at a conference is an understanding that you are like so many others, and that settles you into a comfort with the things that you are doing, helps with your confidence. Sometimes you do get that aha moment. Someone said something that, gosh, I've heard this before, but never quite like that. You will meet people who are on the same journey, the same path that you are. And, mama can't really empathize, daddy can't, girlfriend can't, wife, boyfriend, husband. People who aren't doing this can't empathize. They don't know what you're going through psychologically. They hear you talk, oh, I love your voice, but they don't know. They can't help you other than love you and support you. Here you will be in a community that, one, is very open and accepting and does know how to answer the questions you're asking. You will come across information that you did not have from a wide variety of people on a wide variety of subjects that are voiceover. So that's what you're going to get. It's going to broaden you. And let's see. And Nevin, your site says there's a holiday discount on teaching, but when I get to the pay screen, it's still full price. Can you get your team to look at? They're looking into it right now. Believe me, I've had a couple of complaints. Hopefully, it will be taken care of this evening. We've done a couple of different things. I wish I were the tech guy that could just go in and say it, but my tech person is working on it right now, and we'll be talking about that. Let's get on to some other things. Let's see. Planning for 2023. I wanted to talk about that today a little bit, and you notice the QR code is right there. You can still scan that thing with your phone. Theo, before we get started, yes, we do need to remedy that. I was just thinking this today. Whatever that was, I don't remember what that might have been about. All right, planning for next year. Well, start getting your tax records together. Ugh, it's just around the corner. Better to start now than wait. No, it's April 15th. Maybe I can get an extension. Now, other than that, there's some things you want to do to improve the money you're making, your relationships in the workplace. I'm going to suggest you go back through your calendar. Send a note to your agents, clients, and the people who supported you in 2022. Send a note, holiday greetings, a thank you for a great year to your agents anyway, your clients as well, and the people who maybe they don't have a whole lot to do with getting you paid, but they support you in that work, and that could be people in your family. I have some people who do various things for me, tech things and whatnot. I want to make sure those people know that they are appreciated, and sometimes that's with gifts. As you start trying to figure out how am I going to make more money this year or next year than this last year, do a LinkedIn search of people who book, cast, direct voices in the areas you'd like to work, and that could also be in the areas that you're working in. And when I say LinkedIn, I don't mean just LinkedIn, but LinkedIn is a great start. There are other websites. Say if you're wanting to do more video games, you might want to find the Association of Small Game Developers and get in touch with them. You might want to find, if you're doing narration of some kind, say medical narration, you might have find who are the producers of medical narration. There you will find all of these associations and people on LinkedIn and other places. I promise you, it is so much easier now with a Google search than it was when I got into this business with just the yellow pages. Find those areas you want to work more in or want to work in, period, and start putting that list together. Now, when you do that and you're on LinkedIn there, don't just ask to connect. A lot of people will just, let me find all these people. Oh, look, there's 100 people into video game production looking for voices who are casting directors. Oh, let me just connect. That is going to do very little for you. Find out who they really are. what they've accomplished, and make comment about their work when you connect. There's a reason they have a little. Would you like to make a personal statement to these people? Now, don't write a book, but find out who these people are, what they've worked on, that perhaps it's a game you've played. If you're not a gamer like me, but I still pay attention to the industry, a game I know about, a game that is important in this industry for whatever reason. Don't just, I need this person, I need to contact this person, and then contact 100. I'm going to suggest that maybe you only send missives a day, 10 missives a day. 10 missives a day. Say that 5 times as fast as you can. And when you are sending these messages, and whether it's email, whether it's a LinkedIn note, whether it's Twitter, because you will find all of these people on different platforms, never ever ask for work. Offer your services. Suggest collaboration. Offer ideas once you've gotten to know who they are, what they do. Figure out how you can be of service to someone. Develop an actual interest in the people you contact. You can't just think of people as dollar signs. They are people just like you. Stay in touch. Ask for advice. Say hello just to say hello. If you meet somebody online in the business that you admire because they were part of this game or part of that commercial production or whatever it is, the way to friend somebody is just to be a friend, not somebody who's always asking for something. Sometimes just hello. Ask a question about their work. Never oversell or undersell yourself. You can push yourself, I'm this and I've done this and I've done that, and I did this and so and so and so and so. And the flip side of that, which is just as annoying and not serving you, is, I'm just getting started in the business. I really don't know anything, and I was just hoping that maybe you could. You don't want to be either of those people. Once you have gotten your demos and your website, and you are trained and you are ready, show up ready. Show up as a professional. Hi, how are you? Yeah, I'm Dave Fennoy. I do voiceover work. Oh, what kind of stuff do you do? Oh, maybe I can help you out with that. Is there a way we can interface? Be that person. Keep your communication brief. Ain't nobody got time for BS. I have some students from time to time. I have people who want something from me and can never get to the point. It's story, 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 story. I hate to be rude, but I'm a busy guy. Sometimes I say, you know what? I can't talk to you right now. Can we talk a little bit later? There's an old saying, time is money. I am not the most mercenary person in the world, but time is money. And your time and their time is valuable. Don't waste their time. Get to the point. When you're trying to get in touch with people and you are going to be contacting lots of people, why not create a letter, text, Twitter, etc. template to save yourself time? You can enter, the different names. You can enter the other information that you have. But save yourself time as well as them. Try to keep your communication with somebody to a paragraph or less. People love it when you remember their special days, birthdays, anniversaries, etc. You'd be surprised how a little note, hey, happy birthday, hope you're having a great day, or anniversary of when they've been working someplace, or maybe they got married on such and such a day, happy birthday, hope you guys are having a great time. Keep it short. You're not asking for work. You're not asking for anything. You are just recognizing them. And everybody, one of our needs, we need air, we need food, we need sleep, we need water, and we need to be recognized. Everybody walking this planet wants to be seen. See them. One of the ways that people are seen are by you recognizing them on their special days. You also want to keep track of the communication and communicate regularly. Make it only every month or so. It could be longer. Please don't be that person that they're hearing from every week. Every month or so is enough. Okay. Make sure all your communication has your email, your website, and links, and maybe your phone number. I don't give my phone number to everybody for a number of reasons, and you might not want to give your phone number to everybody for a number of reasons. But maybe. Update your website. Update your demos. I'm going to go through in January and February a update of my website, and clearly from the note I got about somebody trying to get the discount, I need to do an update. And always remember, you are a professional offering services to another professional with whom you hopefully have a friendly relationship. You are not necessarily going to become buddy pals with all of these people, but you can become someone who has a friendly relationship with them. For 8 years, I was the voice of Hulu. They never met me for the first 2 years. But I had a friendly relationship with the people that I interfaced with. I had a friendly relationship with the people who were hiring me. It was very pleasant, but they didn't meet me in person until they had a Christmas party 2 years in. We can do this. We're living in a world now where often we're not interfacing face-to-face with people. We had a pandemic that has kind of changed the world. We're all trying to get back to meeting each other face-to-face, but it hasn't gone. Some people still aren't vaccinated. And so often we're doing everything online, as we are right now. I'm not in a room where I can shake your hands and see your faces. That doesn't mean we can't develop relationships with people. Okay, this won't be long, I promise. Never, ever ask for a job. Educate your client about your fee structure, equipment, training, session fees, and usage. People don't understand our industry often. They just, oh, well, gosh, you're just talking, and it's 30 seconds. How much could that be? Well, they don't understand that the years that you have spent training. They don't understand how much money you have put into equipment and your website. They don't understand that there is a session fee and there is a usage fee. So many of them now want like that in perpetuity word. Terrible. So a session costs one thing, but where is this going to be used? Okay, so I'm charging you X amount of dollars to record this and send it to you. Now, where do you plan to use it? Oh, just one time for this little thing at a little club someplace? Okay, well, no problem. I'll let you have it for the session fee. Oh, this is going to have worldwide distribution and it's going to be playing for a year? Oh, no. That's more money. Let them know you are available to help. You are offering services. When we offer a little bit more, when we're saying, well, is there any way I can help you with that? You sure you got everything you need? Well, if you need something, don't hesitate to call me back. Keep training in the areas you're not working in but would like to. I know for my career, the fact that I have knocked on many of the voiceover doors, commercial, narration, animation, video games. I did a couple of audiobooks, hope to never do another one. But knocking on those doors has made a huge difference in my career. Sometimes one area kind of goes away and another area can pick up and help you out financially in that area. So keep knocking on those doors. I know that there are people now who are doing TV promos. that 10 years ago, you would have said, oh no, that's not somebody with a promo voice. They'll never do promos. Well, guess what? The world has changed. Our tastes have changed. And those people are now doing TV promos, which is one of the most lucrative things you can do. And lastly, on this my little mind journey here that I jotted these things out, when you hear that spot with the voice that you think is terrible, when you go, Jesus, who hired that person? Wow, why'd they hire that? Ooh, what's up with that read? Ask yourself, well, why did they hire that voice? There's a reason they did, and there's a lesson to learn in it. So often, the reason we're not booking like we're booking is because in our head we have an idea of it should sound like this. We have to be able to change what we think it should sound like. We have to be able to be influenced by what is new. Doesn't mean the foundation is going to be gone. But we need to understand the world is changing, and we have to change with it. In so many ways, it's like style of clothes, style of shoes, hairstyles. Of course, this will never go out of style. But we are living in the world today. And yesterday is gone, and we need to look forward to tomorrow as well. And this all kind of ties into this QR code thing that a lot of people are not really aware of. A lot of people are really not happy with, my wife included, but that we are going to have to really make sure we embrace, because the world will pass us by. All right. I'll get all of that off the board, and let's go see. We had some long questions here. Sarah Greenberg, and these things I've been talking about, love to hear your comments and questions on them. All right, Sarah Greenberg, you wrote a book. Hi, Dave. Home base is Chicago for me as my voiceover agency. And pre-pandemic, I always went into the studio. Of course, that's changed. Now I still mostly work from my home studio via Source Connect. Making plans to move to LA and wanted to know what you thought about the importance of living in LA, or has the whole game changed, and it seems like a forever change, in terms of being able to work remotely. I really think the game has changed. I think there will always be a few places or a few companies that are going to insist on your presence in a studio. But it's many, many, many fewer than there once were. I know in the video game world, although we're doing a lot of recording from home studios, a lot of the developers, producers, directors are not as happy with that as they'd like. Because every studio sounds a little bit different. So they want to make sure you've got the right equipment, and can you record on this microphone as opposed to that microphone. But even that is not the complaint that it once was. So I don't think it's necessary for you to be in LA. Now, I've got a lot of reasons why I like LA. Now, yes, it's too expensive, but so Chicago for that matter. But we don't have a hawk blowing off that lake and just freezing your bones. We're cold at 60 degrees. At 60 degrees this time of year, you're going, oh, gee, it's really nice out. So if you want to live in LA and there's some other reasons other than just being here, great. I'm going to flip side myself here. Chicago is known for commercials. A lot of because it's right in the middle of the country, a lot of the biggest advertising agencies are there, and they have dominated the world of commercials for a long time. Whereas LA, we do some of everything: commercials, narration, video games, TV promos, animations, a lot of animation. So it's a little different animal in Chicago. You're probably going to have a wider variety of agents who have worked in a variety of genres here in Los Angeles. But once again, you don't necessarily have to be in Los Angeles to be represented by those agents in Los Angeles. So that really is going to come down to what you want to do. I think sometimes, we think of ourselves as reasonable beings, but sometimes we just do stuff because we want to. So if you want to come to LA, maybe the change would spark some creativity, give you a new feel in a new place and so forth. So I'm not going to say yay, come, or no, but I don't think you have to come. I don't think you have to come. All right, let's see. Rich, 10 cent. Send 10 missives a day was much easier to write than to say. To 10 different people. Yes. And what I'm talking about here is not sending 100. You will not have had time to really find out who those 100 people are. You can, get them on your list. But spend that little amount of time to do a little search. There's a lot of information about everybody online now. A lot of information that they want out there, that they're advertising for themselves. So you can find out, oh, this person worked on this project, they worked for this company, they did this, they did that. Which gives you an opportunity to say, hey, I heard about you working on that. That must have been a great experience. I'm so-and-so, just wanted to say congratulations. I'm a voice actor. If I can ever be of service, let me know. My website and contact information is below. Simple, sweet. A month later, maybe you've booked something. Oh, I booked something. I booked something that reminded me of you and that thing that we talked about before. Before you know it, you've got a friend. You've got somebody that, a friendly acquaintance in the business, that may just book you for something, but they get to know you. You're now not just a name out there that they don't know. All right. Hey, look, everybody, Grace Newton made it. Hey, Grace is here every week. Good to see you, Grace. Jim Frank. Hey, Dave, I love my digital biz card. Yeah, a couple of people have told me they have them because of you, Jim, so you're guilty. Janet Peters. Good to see you. And I hear and see that you're doing great things and happy for you. I'll probably see you at Sovas. And let's see. Oh, Trey, another great app is Blink. Take a picture of the QR code and it automatically creates a contact card on your phone. There you go. Love the sharing of information. That's what I love about this community and doing this thing. All right. Rich Hoff Jr., I work a full-time job during regular business hours. Would I need to adjust to make way for VO? Wow, that is a great question. Everybody who gets into this is coming from something else. Yes, you will have to make adjustments. How and when you make that adjustment, probably what you would say to yourself is, hey, well, when I'm making X amount of dollars and I can support myself here, that's when I will make the leap. That's exactly what I told myself. I was a morning disc jockey up in San Francisco, and I said, well, when I'm making as much money in voiceover as I am on the radio, I'm going to quit the radio and jump into voiceover. Well, it didn't happen that way. The station fired everybody one day, and I started commuting back and forth to Los Angeles. Fortunately, I'd been offered representation from Sutton Barth and Venari agency, so I was able to step in to an agency that could offer great auditions, and I booked some. That's not the case with everybody. But the thing I would say, save your money. Don't buy a new car. Don't get any more into debt. If you have to downsize a little bit to save more money, so that you have some backup of 6 months, a year of living expenses, or at least the minimum, paying your rent and eating your food. do that and make sure that you have the equipment you need. I know that you're in the middle of doing that, but save your money. Save your money. I've seen too many people had a dream, and this was actually even in radio. People that I knew that I'm going to go into radio, and just as soon as I can, but they were working this other job, and they bought a new car, and they bought some clothes, and they bought this, and their credit cards went up. And when the opportunity presented itself, which was an opportunity that didn't pay as much as the job they were working on now, they couldn't afford to take the opportunity. Don't put yourself in that position. All right. My buddy Mike Smith, we went to college together. Great percussionist. Played with a whole bunch of people. Let's see. Rob Kyle, I have a promo demo recording session booked in January. Is there a place online to see and hear the latest trends in promo? Why, yes. All the agents' websites. Also, yes. Go to the websites of demo producers. If you go to Chuck Duran's Demos That Rock, if you go to J. Michael Collins, their websites, and listen to recently produced demos. And that's exactly what you should do. I liken this so much to being a musician. If you want to be a great guitar player, you're not going to sit in a room by yourself and just play the guitar. You're going to listen to other great guitar players, and you're going to copy them. You're going to learn those licks. You're going to learn those techniques. You're going to take some lessons. And that's so similar to what we do in voiceover. You will learn a lot from listening and imitating. Yes, you got to be you. Yes, there are techniques to learn on your own, but we learn a lot from what has come before and what is out there now. Janet Pizza, I'll be coming to California soon, just for a few certain days. Fantastic. I love that. And Theo Messacapo, what about the East Coast market? What are the best bets over here? As I recall, Theo, you're in Jersey. Not a bad market. You're close to New York. New York is a great market. Once again, hasn't been the greatest market for, say, video games and animation, but for commercials, narration, TV promo, great market. However, much is changing. We think of Silicon Valley as, we get video games because of Silicon Valley and San Francisco. So there's a lot of game work up there. And as games have become more popular and more theatrical, a lot of that is booked here in Los Angeles. But anywhere now that you have high-tech industry, you're going to have at least some smaller game developers there. If you're in Boston, MIT is there. Going to be some game developers. If you're in Atlanta, a lot of tech there. And one of the best tech schools for video games is there. If you're in Dallas, a lot of tech there. A lot of animation and video games there. So the world has opened up a bit. This is a worldwide business. 10 years ago, I would have said, oh yeah, you're probably going to have to be in LA. That's not the case anymore. I think you can probably do it from there. And once again, just because you're in New York doesn't mean you can't book things in LA. You can have an LA agent. You can work with studios in LA. Even if it's not from your own home studio, they can connect with studios in New York and New Jersey. So once again, you don't necessarily have to go, and New York is a really great market. Grace Newton, Deborah Stitt gives a very valuable class on how to find and reach the right people to market to, FYI. You know what? And she's not the only one. There are a number of people out there very good at that. A different Mike Smith. Hey, Dave, going to be at Sovas on the 15th for my first conference. What do you think I should prioritize doing while I'm there? Well, a lot of that's going to depend on what you are interested in, because just about every area of voiceover is going to be covered. I think a lot of people, especially if they've spent a lot of time working on their technique, on their artistry, maybe need to spend more time working on developing a business, developing it. Well, finding out what's a good website. How do I get that together? Who are the people who can help me with that? What are the marketing techniques that I need? What's going to make a good demo for me? Mike, I don't know how long you've been in this business, whether you're at the beginning of your journey or somewhere in the middle or way down the road. The question suggests to me, since this is your first conference, that you're early in your journey. Take in as much as you can. And one of the things I want to say to everybody that's going to go, stop being shy about saying hello to people. People like myself who are there, we are there to say hello. We are there to share information. We're not going to run from you. We're not going to be upset because you stopped us in the hallway to say hello. Might not have time right at that moment, might be on our way someplace. But we are open and willing to talk. That's why we're there. So I would do that. The people that you want to meet who are doing the things that you want to do, definitely see those people. Go to those meetings, to those panels for sure. Nevin, Dot Cards is another company that make the digital cards. They have a business card size one and a circle that sticks to the back of your phone as well. I saw that when I considered I didn't want to stick anything on the back of my phone. And this OVU just kind of made sense. Jay Horse with just a hey Dave. Ordinarily Jay has a nice long question or two or three. Donabelle Pastrana Boone again. What's one piece of advice you would give your former self if you had the opportunity to do your VO career all over again? Wow. Stop worrying. Stop worrying. Just show up and keep doing your thing. Everybody has had some ups and downs in this business. Nobody just goes like that. The only person I know that basically had that was Don LaFontaine. But Don was one in a million. Everybody I know, no matter how successful they have been, at some point they had some problems. I'll speak a little bit of a buddy man, Townsend Coleman. For years he was one of the voices on NBC. And one day he was ceremoniously let go. Somebody new came in. We're going to hire some new voices. I want to wave my stick over it and change things up. And he was out. And because he had been doing so well for so long, he's was also doing a lot of cartoons, great career. He didn't have any demos, and things just kind of collided and crashed all at the same time. I think he and his wife got a divorce at that time. And I remember talking to him, and he was like, well, what happened? I don't know what to do. And I said, well, you got a reputation. Get in touch with the people you've worked with. Get your new demo and get out there. Well, he's doing great now. It didn't last. I had a similar situation when the economy crashed. My two biggest clients went under. And I think I'd gotten a little cocky. I wasn't always seeking new business, which I'm going to tell you right now, always be seeking new business. And I was a little head over heels because I'd refinanced my house and so forth, and now my income was cut in half. Had to sell my house, move into a condo for a minute. It has happened to a lot of people. As a matter of fact, I like I say, I can only think of Don, who didn't have that. I know a few people, some of whom have been my heroes, who had great careers going, and that just stopped. One day they just stopped. One day, we're just not booking you anymore. Your read is old. You're done. Now, a couple of those people, fortunately, had been in the business long enough. They were at an age and time where they'd made enough money union-wise that they were going to do just fine with their pensions and could step away and do other things. Not everybody's like that. So save your money and be ready for those ups and downs. Know that they're coming, and keep knocking on doors that you haven't knocked on before, because sometimes those doors will open just in time to pull you out of a problem you had because that door over there closed. All right, Donabelle Pastrana Boone again. That was that question. That was that question. And Randall Ryan, buenas noches, amigo. How you doing now? I'm not sure I should talk about this prematurely, but there's going to be a few people, myself included, putting together a retreat for game voiceover coming up in April. Stay tuned. It's going to be fantastic. But not ready to really announce the whole thing yet. But VO Mexico, baby. Let's see. Nevin Stoltz, Sarah Sakura talks a lot about VO from anywhere. We can literally do this from anywhere as long as our equipment skills, etc., are up to par. And you know, to a certain extent, that is so true. I have to agree with that. You can have a great career. It doesn't mean that you'll be able to do everything from anywhere. You can do most things from anywhere, but not everything. Sometimes you're going to run into, say, an animation project, a Disney project, a video game project that really wants you in LA, or at least in a really great studio. So you might have to you might not be able to do it from your home studio, but you know, you could, maybe you're in Portugal or Tierra del Fuego or someplace, and there's a great studio, and they can connect. But mostly, yes, we can do this from anywhere. And there's so many aspects of this business now that I look at what I call the high profile and the not so high profile. I've had the good fortune of living in the high profile world. My commercials on radio and television, video games, cartoons on television, narration for television, booth announce for award shows that are on television, not always on television, but always LA based. So that has worked out well for me. The not high profile work is a lot of the narration that you see, the explainers, the things that are showing up on a YouTube, the corporate narration, and that work pays. And there are a lot of people that are making great livings doing that. But it looks different. They don't show up, they're not seen as much. Their names aren't as well known in this business because the work they're doing isn't as public. Now, a lot of times they're kind of known in our small business because they are helping people do those kinds of narrations, and they're going to be at conventions teaching you how to charge by the word. And that when you see a number 1925, it's not one word. You have to charge for 1925. It's two words. Things like that. And which is a world that I have never lived in. But you will find those people at That's Voiceover. And that's a good thing because we can learn all aspects of this business. Jeremy Adams saying, hello, Randall. So another thing I like about this, people are talking to one another. Terry Briscoe, I think you are going to have the last word here, last comment. When you judge competitions, what sets the top entries apart from the others? Simple answer. They're better. They're better. They connect. They touch me here and here. And that's what we're to do as voice actors. Our job is to connect with people here and here. All right. Well, I had fun. I hope you did. And I want to remind you, all the Ask Dave Fennoys live on my YouTube channel, Dave Fennoy Voiceover Training. If you are interested in voiceover training with me, it's davefennoy.com. And right now I do have a holiday sale going on that for some reason my site is messing people up. Even as we speak, my IT person is working on that. Hopefully tomorrow I can make some kind of announcement online that things are fixed, and Rich Hoff will stop getting to me. It's Dave, it's not working, man. It's not working. Because it's a great deal, and because it's not working just now, I was going to end it on the 31st. It will end on January 10th now. So just so you know. All right. So I will see you next week. In the meantime and in between time, book something.